Justin Thomas wins the PGA Championship, his first major title. Charlotte, North Carolina. History was not made on Sunday at Quail Hollow, but for one family, the final round of the PGA Championship followed the perfect script. After Jordan Spieth's bid for a career Grand Slam was buried by too many missed putts and Hideki Matsuyama's bid to become the first player from Japan to win a men's major fell by the wayside, the spotlight belonged to Justin Thomas, the son and grandson of club professionals. Thomas, 24, closed with a 3-under par 68 for a two-stroke victory in the PGA Championship, the major dedicated to club pros like his forebears. Justin's father, Mike, was his first teacher and one of the first people to congratulate him on Sunday. "I really can't put it into words," Justin Thomas said, adding, "It's so special to get it done with 3 generations of PGA members." Continue reading the main story. Related coverage. Hideki Matsuyama trips in pursuit of a breakthrough at the PGA Championship August 12, 2017. A confounding course feels like home to Kevin Kisner August 11, 2017. On golf. Jon Rahm, a rising star, stalls at golf's majors August 11, 2017. Thomas, who was 2 shots off the lead going into the final round, finished at 8 under 276 and staved off a crowd of contenders, including 3 who tied for second: Francesco Molinari, 67, Patrick Reed, 67, and the 2010 British Open champion, Louis Oosthuizen, 70. The victory was the 4th of the wraparound season for Thomas, whose highest previous finish in a major was a tie for 9th at this year's United States Open. Rory McIlroy, a 2-time PGA Championship winner, came into this tournament as a prohibitive favorite, having won 2 regular tour events at Quail Hollow. He finished tied for 22nd, closing with the 68, his first sub-70 round of the tournament, and then sounding an alarm that was surely heard all the way across the Atlantic. McIlroy, the defending FedEx Cup champion and a headliner on the European Tour, said the lingering rib injury, a spasming left rhomboid muscle, to be precise, could put him out of the game indefinitely. "You might not see me until next year, you might see me in a couple of weeks' time," said McIlroy, who is ranked 4th in the world. He added that he would spend the next few days assessing his options and see where we go from there. McIlroy has been in a 3-year major victory drought since he won his second PGA Championship in 2014 at Valhalla Golf Club. At the time, McIlroy was 25, ranked number 1 in the world and the 3rd youngest player, after Tiger Woods and Jack Nicklaus, to have won 4 majors. McIlroy was also the alpha male of the game's young Jim Rat Pack. But in 2015, he hit a plateau and was overtaken by his fellow millennials Spieth, 24, and Jason Day, 29, both of whom have spent time at number 1. Matsuyama, 25, who closed with a 72 to finish tied for 5th, has won 6 times worldwide since McIlroy's most recent victory, at last year's Tour Championship. Reed, 27, a 5-time Tour winner who has played in 2 Ryder Cups, is emerging from his own plateau. He had his first top 5 finish of the wraparound season last month at the Travelers Championship and followed it with a share of 2nd on Sunday. Ricky Fowler, 28, one of Thomas's friends, made 4 consecutive birdies on the back 9 in his round of 67 to finish 7th. Another of his friends, Spieth, bonded with Thomas when they competed in junior events. After Spieth won the British Open last month for his 3rd major title, one of the first selfies he took showed him drinking out of the claret jug alongside Thomas, who had stuck around despite missing the cut after posting an 80 in a 2nd round. Thomas has learned from every disappointment. In the 3rd round of this year's United States Open, he carded a 63 to vault into contention. But he followed that with a 75 that included 3 bogeys on the front 9, and watched another of his good friends, the 27-year-old Brooks Koepka, win his first major title. He had to figure out how to conserve his energy before a late afternoon tee time and how to be patient in the wake of wobbles. On Sunday, Thomas cashed in on all that hard-earned knowledge. On the first hole, his first two shots landed in bunkers, not the start he envisioned. But Thomas sank a derby 14-foot bogey putt and bounced back with a birdie at the par 4 second. He did not get frustrated when his par putt at number 3 burned the edge of the cup, or when he just missed a birdie at the 4th, or when another birdie putt grazed the edge at the 5th. Thomas birdied the 7th, 9th and 10th holes, the last on a putt that hung on the lip for a long moment before falling, and found himself in a 5-way tie for the lead with Molinari, Matsuyama, Kevin Kisner, and Chris Stroud. One by one, the other players fell away. When he holed a chip from the fringe for a birdie at number 13, Thomas suddenly found himself ahead by 2. Spieth, who fell 10 strokes short in his bid to become the youngest player to win all 4 majors, started the week of this tournament by trying to set straight everyone who was ready to proclaim the next 20 years on the PGA Tour a two-man race between him and McIlroy. "It's not two of us," Spieth said. "It's really 8-10 right now." When the players say that the tour's talent stream is scuba dive deep, they are not referring just to the under-30 set. Stroud, 35, who began the day tied for second with Matsuyama, 1 stroke behind the front-running Kisner, carded a 76 to finish tied for 9th. 2 weeks earlier, he had been in danger of losing his tour membership privileges. In his first 18 tournament appearances in the wraparound season, Stroud made roughly $466,000. At last week's Barracuda Championship, his 6th start in 6 weeks and his 290th since joining the tour in 2007, Stroud secured his first victory and earned $594,000, as well as the last non-alternate spot in this field. The difference between contending for a major title and being consigned to golf's minor tours, Stroud said, is 1 putt a day, basically. But little seems to separate the younger contenders, on or off the course. As Thomas left the 18th green and made the long walk toward the scoring area, he passed a receiving line that included Fowler, Spieth and the 27-year-old Bud Cauley, a teammate of Thomas's in college at Alabama. Spieth embraced Thomas and told him, "It's so awesome.